World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, I am Peñano with today's World News in 5. The ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon has been extended by 3 weeks following U.S. brokered talks at the White House. U.S. President Donald Trump said discussions with both sides were productive and aimed at reducing violence and advancing security efforts. The truce has led to a drop in hostilities, though clashes continue in southern Lebanon where Israeli forces maintain a buffer zone. Officials say recent strikes have still resulted in casualties, including civilians. Washington is pushing for a longer-term agreement with plans to host Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Lebanese President Joseph Aoun for further talks. Hezbollah, however, insists on full compliance and rejects direct negotiations. Still in the Middle East, Iran has showcased its control over the Strait of Hormuz, releasing video of commandos seizing cargo ships amid stalled peace talks with the United States. U.S. President Donald Trump downplayed that threat but warned of possible military action if no agreement is reached. The strategic waterway, which carries a significant share of the world's oil supply, remains under tight restrictions, disrupting global markets. Tensions escalated further as air defenses were activated in Tehran, while both sides signaled readiness to resume conflict. Analysts warn the ongoing standoff could worsen the global energy crisis and impact economic stability worldwide. In our news, Russia has denounced the latest sanctions imposed by the European Union or EU over its invasion of Ukraine. Russian diplomats say the measures lack legitimacy without approval from the United Nations Security Council and violate international law. Moscow also accused the EU of economic pressure on third countries through export restrictions. The sanctions mark the bloc's 20th package targeting Russia since the Ukraine war began. European officials pushed the measures forward after initial opposition from some member states was lifted. The latest developments highlight ongoing tensions between Russia and Western nations. Meanwhile, in Mexico, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has ordered an investigation into Economy Minister Marcelo Ebrard over the use of a diplomatic residence in the United Kingdom. The probe will determine whether any laws were violated after Ebrard's son reportedly stayed for months at the Mexican ambassador's residence in London. Ebrard has denied any misuse of public funds, saying his actions were driven by concern for his child. The investigation follows formal complaints filed with the government's anti-corruption body. Analysts say the case could strain ties between Sheinbaum and Ebrard, who plays a key role in trade negotiations with the United States and Canada. And Pope Leo says he will not expand church blessings for same-sex couples beyond existing guidelines set by his predecessor, Pope Francis. Speaking after a visit to Africa, the pontiff warned that further changes could create division within the church. Francis had allowed informal, case-by-case blessings outside formal rites, a move that sparked debate among bishops worldwide. Leo emphasized that the Vatican does not support formalizing such blessings. He also urged the faithful to focus on broader moral issues, including justice, equality, and freedom. The Catholic Church maintains its teaching that same-sex relationships fall outside traditional marriage. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.